Hey everyone, it's Gerry T. Welcome to part 3 of my Modern Decktech series. This time I'm going to talk about the Melira Birthing Pod combo. This deck is pretty similar to Combo Elves from when Luis Scott Vargas won in Pro Tour Berlin. It's like this creature-based combo deck that has a really solid plan B that people really underestimate, so they might oversideboard for your combo only to get beaten down by like your little guys, and I really like that. Plus, you have a bunch of tutoring power, so you get to find bullets against whatever problematic matchup you're facing. So the combo is Melira, Sylvok Outcast, Viscera Seer, and Kitchen Finks, or Murderous Redcap. So you just need Melira, a sack outlet, a creature with Persist that comes into play and does something. So you just get to sack Kitchen Finks over and over and over again, gain as much life as you want, and scry through your entire deck. And if you have Murderous Redcap, then you just kill them. So it's pretty great. In order to find the combo pieces, we have Birthing Pods and Court of Calling. And for mana acceleration, mana fixing, we have Birds of Paradise, Wall of Roots, and a single Noble Hierarch. And then over here we have some crazy just like utility creatures and stuff with recursion. So sometimes you'll just like work your way up the Birthing Pod chain, sacking some guys with Persist, getting some value, holding them off, and then eventually you'll just get like a Ranger of Eos to get a Viscera Seer and a Birds of Paradise. You can sack that, get a Revelarch, and then if you sack that, you get to bring back any of the other little guys that, you know, fit in your combo. So people might think that they're just gonna load up on spot removal and kill all your guys, but if they let Birthing Pod resolve or Court of Calling resolve, like you're just gonna find one of these things and bring all your stuff back again. So it's actually pretty resilient and pretty tough to beat. The Eternal Witness is kind of just like a random value card, and I have seen situations where you just have like a Cord and a Witness but no other combo piece, and there's not any way to really get more combo pieces. So you want to like Witness back a Birthing Pod or Cord up a Revelarch, and then with like Revelarch, Viscera Seer, Eternal Witness, you can make infinite Cords, and it takes some time, but you just get to block a bunch, so you get to hold them off, and then eventually you can assemble your combo that way. Spellskite is just another random thing to protect your combo, but it's also okay against other combo decks like Splinter Twin. Linvala is kind of like a metagame thing where this deck has started showing up a lot on Magic Online, so you need this to shut down the other person's combo, but it's also good against Splinter Twin. And then we have Harmonic Sliver, which is just your general catch-all, kills any artifact or enchantment like Suppression Field, Damping Matrix. And then there's a Dryad Arbor, which is just like a cheap mana guy that you can cord for. And then just a bunch of green, black, and white dual lands, Golgari Rot Farm. Like drawing one Karoo is usually fine. You don't want to draw too many, but it's really good with Cord, and if you want to like hard cast some of your bigger stuff. One Horizon Canopy for kind of the same reason. You don't want to draw multiples, but if you're flooded, then having this land that you can use to cycle is actually pretty good. And then to round out the deck, we have 2 removal spells in Dismember and a Thoughtseize. And a lot of people play like 3 Inquisitions in this slot, but I think Thoughtseize is a lot better, and the format is kind of shifting to a point where the spell combo decks aren't very big, like Storm is on the decline, but Splinter Twin is up there, so you have Dismember for the actual mirror match, and then other creature decks, and Splinter Twin. And before I forget, this is Andrew Cuneo's deck, well-respected Moto grinder, qualified for the Mox, and he's been doing really well in the Pro Tour recently, and he knows this deck inside and out. He's played it a ton, always 4-0ing daily events like late in contention and PTQs and the mocks and stuff. So if you're looking for a guy to kind of like mold your deck after, you should probably check out some of his deck lists. So in the sideboard, we have 3 more Thoughtseizes, which are for those combo decks. Again, like Thoughtseize over Inquisition, because you get to take Through the Breach or Splinter Twin, you know, whatever card you want. If you're playing against a combo deck and you want to discard spell, you don't mind paying the 2 life. Nihil Spellbombs, just like most of these sideboards have a couple graveyard hate cards because, again, you don't know what's going to show up. Maelstrom Pulse is the catch-all answer to Suppression Field, Damping Matrix, stuff like that, and it's like an okay card deciding against aggressive decks. And then these are the cards that make me really like this deck because you have Court of Calling, so you can get these sweet bullets. So you have Orzhov Pontiff to shut down any small creature deck, like pretty good against Affinity. It's awesome in the mirror match. You get a mana advantage when you kill all the Birds of Paradise and stuff. Against Affinity, you just get Kataki, and I mean, it's pretty hard for them to beat that. Against Storm, you get Aethersworn Canonist. And then these are just different bullets for different matchups. They're not like, you know, Kataki level stuff, but they're pretty good. You have Shriekmaw for problematic stuff, so like if you're playing a mirror match, they have Linvala, you have to get this guy. Against burn decks, you have Obstinate Baloth. pretty self-explanatory. Also pretty good against Jund if they're blightninging you, stuff like that. Kasali Pride Mage as another harmonic sliver, but it's pretty important to have things that are cheaper so you can chord for them easier, and it's easier to find them with Birthing Pod if you have like different casting cost stuff. And then we have another Dismember to round out the two we already have in the main deck, and Thrun as a little bullet against mono blue. So there we have it. I think if I wasn't playing Tron this weekend, this is probably the deck I would play. I think it's just very, very good in the format, very underrated, and also just very powerful. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys.